everyone, back at Dave the Confused. Thank you for being here yet again for another creepy, weird, unusual video. I was wrapping my brain around what to film this video about, what to shoot for today to make up for some lost time and put out a good video, something that people on the Confused Army would enjoy. And something that's been in my messages and my comments to a lot of my videos are urban legends. And just to give a little fish hook in the mouth to keep you guys here on the video, I wanted to talk about urban legends that could possibly be happening at your house right now. Now don't get me wrong, these stories are far-fetched, but they are based on essentially real happenings. Real life stories. And you never know when the next one could happen. Urban legends have this weird way of just really freaking us out because they're not so far-fetched that they may never happen, but they're so out there and weird that they give you that weird feeling in your chest that something's really wrong here. Now, one of my favorite urban legends that could be happening under your house right now is the alligator in the sewer. Now, it could be an alligator, it could be a crocodile. Either way, there could be basically a dinosaur living in the sewers underneath your house. And you're probably saying, I don't live anywhere near where an alligator or a reptile of that size could be living anywhere near me. And you're dead wrong. The story of the alligator or crocodile that lived in the sewer is based off of a real story, where a man who was breeding reptiles got a hold of an alligator and he raised it in an aquarium in his house, but when the alligator became too big, he knew it was illegal and couldn't just hand it over. So he did basically what I guess a lot of people may do and take off a manhole cover or a sewer grate and just let the reptile free in the sewers. Now, alligators can live in like the murkiest, muddiest of waters for hours at a time. And they can feed off fat rats and mice and everything that live in the sewers anyway. And there's actually been photographs of like people seeing large reptiles in sewer grates, inside of like tunnels that go underneath like parks, that go underneath roads. Like, people have seen these things. That's terrifying. Can you imagine walking over a sewer grate and you look down just for that flash second and you see a dinosaur basically swim by? That's terrifying. And people that live in places where these things, these type of reptiles and lizards or whatever they are, exist just on the regular, like in Florida or Australia or something, like they just walk up to your front door? That's insane. That is insane. I can't imagine that. I live in Canada. I'm more likely to see a moose up here knocking on my door than an alligator, but I'll never dismiss it. The next thing that could be possibly happening in your house is possibly a poltergeist. Have you ever had these kind of moments in your house where you swear you put something somewhere and you come back later and it's not there and no one in your house claimed to have moved it for any reason whatsoever? Or lights would flicker on and off for no reason? Weird things may happen around you, but you don't have an explanation for it? Yeah, I'm sure there's obvious reasons why some of this may happen, but there's a lot of other supernatural, paranormal reasons why some of this stuff may be happening. Have you ever heard of the Amityville Horror House, where all this terrible stuff was happening? And literally the father of a family came possessed because he lived in that house. And they say there's the possibility that that house was made on an ancient burial ground. Now in North America, you need to remember that the people that lived on this land hundreds of years ago were very spiritual and very superstitious. And where they would bury bodies of especially, high-ranking people in their tribes, they would have like a holy ground, but that got lost in time, and things were built on top of them, but that doesn't mean that those spirits have left. So that could mean that there could be something living in your house that you have no idea is even there. They're not even in this physical realm, but they make their presence known. And you can go online and look up anything you want about real life poltergeists, and there is like more information than you would know what to do with. It's insane. It blew my mind how many stories are out there that people have seen these type of things happen in their home, and find out that their home is in like unholy territory. It's messed up. And my last one, back a little to the physical realm, this realm. There was a family in the States that reported that there was a man living in their attic for they don't know how long. And he was spying on them, stealing food from them, stealing laptops and phones and all this stuff to keep in contact with the outer world around him. But he lived in somebody's attic without them knowing for weeks. Can you imagine finding out that there's another person living in your home, around you, purposely not being seen in your home? That would give me straight nightmares to think about that. That's crazy. But it happened. It legitimately happened. I don't want to give away the name of this family or the town they came from, because I don't want them to have to relive it if this video ever gets to them. I would feel awful about that. But you can look up the story of there was a man living in a family's attic, and he stole like the kid's laptop to have upstairs, and he would come down at night and take food, or when they were at work and school during the day, and he would do things around the house and wear their clothes and use their toothbrush. It's so eerie to think that a human being is capable of that. But he is. He was. And there's people out there that exist that would do things like this. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't bring these things up to scare you. Or did I? All I'm saying is, apparently, all of these things have happened already. There's documentation saying that these stories are real. But maybe it's one of those, of a friend of a friend of a friend of mine knows a guy who had a guy living in his attic. It's creepy. What do you think about urban legends? What's your favorite urban legend? Because there are tons of them. Hundreds of them. And some of them are based on true stories. And some, maybe not. Who knows? Well, that'll be it for this video on urban legends. My favorite urban legends that could be happening in your house right now. In the comments below, leave your favorite urban legend and maybe a ghost story, and you could end up in another video. Don't forget to check out our merch on the store page of this channel. The best t-shirts on the internet. Hands down. And slap a like, subscribe, and share a video. And I will be forever in your debt. Well, I'm Dave, still confused, and at least our dogs are werewolves. Peace.